Okay, I'm just going to play a 10-minute game and see what happens. Oh, it's okay. Okay, nice little Sveshnikov structure. Okay, I'll just develop my knight. Might well come here with his bishop. I'll be coming here with my bishop. If he comes here with his pawn, of course, I'll be taking with the pawn, taking the queen, and then playing knight here. You know, it doesn't work. He's a much better player than me, as my South African friend. But he uses a lot of time. Yep, I'll just okay, well, double up on that. It doesn't his bishop can go here? Yes, it can. But I'll play bishop here first. Maybe tempt him into come in here. If he swaps off queen here, it'll be a good square. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just develop the bishop first. And then if he pushes the pawn when the rook comes here, I'm attacking the knight. Yeah, so the rook comes here. I'm trying to set the pawn and win the knight. In which case, he has to really defend by playing bishop here. I can play bishop here. Yeah, I can play bishop there. But both of them are commitment here. Okay, so now that allows me to attack the pawn on d4 one more time. And now I can push the pawn here. Yeah. Try to be quite some of these queenside pawns. Yep, I'm going to take that. And whatever he takes with, the rook comes here first. So that when the knight comes here, it's supported. So they can't as well play queen here. Yep. So rook, yeah, queen, knight is coming here, and the rook is going to take, of course. And I'm threatening knight here, which is a good move, and also got knight here at some other point in time. And pawn here is still a threat. Now, of course, he's threatening to set the pawn here. Yes, but then I take and got nothing. Oh yeah, I've got pawn here, a bishop here, pinning the knight to the yeah, if he takes with the knight, I've got bishop here, pinning the knight to the queen. And if he defends with a pawn, then I've got pawn takes bishop here. The knight's still pinned. It's defended. He can move the queen away and then, do other things. But so he doesn't win a pawn by knight takes pawn. So that's good. And knight to f4 is still a reasonable threat, because yeah, if he lets me, I play knight to f4, and when I play knight to f4, I've got pawn takes on b4, and possibly knight takes on b4, and then knight takes on g2 might just get me a pawn. Bit complicated. Or rather, when I played knight to f4, yes, I can come back to g3, and I've got two threats on the two threats on the knight, and then I can play knight to g5, g3 check. Okay, so I had to take that, and now I can play this here. Okay, I'm not too unhappy now. It's a reasonable position to be in. Oh, yeah, he's got that. But then, okay, I'll come here. If he takes the pawn, I'll still take with the knight. If he takes the bishop, I'll take with the knight. And if he takes the bishop now, I take with the knight now, I'll take with the rook. And if he takes the pawn, I'll take with the queen, and everything's defended. So everything is just about just defended. That's good, and I'm threatening to win this pawn. And if he takes the pawn, then I'm going to take with the queen. I'm still threatening to win this pawn, although that's a little bit more dangerous, because he would then have the rook coming to a1 to pin the bishop on a3. So I'm not threatening to win that pawn. So the best bet is just take with the knight, and then coming to here with the knight is a decent threat. And if he comes here with his bishop, then I'll come here with my bishop. Or rather, I come here so that he can't pin it, because otherwise when he plays the pawn here. So if he comes here with his bishop and I come here with my bishop, he can play pawn a4 and I'm pinned. But if I play bishop here, I'm not pinned. Or indeed, I can play, yeah. So I'll just take that with the knight. And I'll take with the queen, so that I'm still threatening to play knight to c5, c4 even, threatening the knight and threatening the pawn for a second time. Okay. No. I'll just send a message to my opponent. Yeah. No, I'll come here. to threaten the bishop and the pawn on a3. And if he pushes the pawn, I do the same. And he's only got 2.5 minutes. I know he had a long time calculating if he won that pawn on a6. Just exchanging a message with my friend. He's got to take with the queen there, because if he takes with the rook, then okay. And now I can play here and non-threatening rook here. Yeah, that's good. And if he takes the pawn, I take the pawn, and if he takes the... he won't. He's got more sense. If he takes the rook, I take the pawn, and if he takes the queen, I get a new queen. So he's got to back off with his queen. But he hasn't really got a good square to back off to. So I can probably play... he probably plays queen to a1. And yeah, I play queen to... a6, b6, and then he plays the rook, and I play queen, rook to a2. So I'm threatening the pawn here, and I can threaten the rook here, queen here. Oh, of course you can do that. But then I can play bishop here, and I'm threatening the pawn behind. Great. And that wins me his queen. And actually the game. Oof, nice. Okay, we'll just have a quick look at the review. Yeah, it's 8.3, so nice. As I say, he's a better player than me. It was time that done him. It's always time that does him. Yeah, all this is book stuff. He forces me into not getting to play my Kalashnikov, so I have to go Sveshnikov. Yeah, it likes d4, but I like Sveshnikov. I like having the choice. Like Sveshnikov. I've never played Sveshnikov before in my life, but I like having the choice, which is implied in the Sveshnikov. Yeah, and we both get castled queenside. Yeah, and we're both playing really well. And, I think he does get better at one point, really. Yeah, that was a good move. Okay, now I'm slightly ahead if I find the right move. Attack the queen first. Yeah, that was the way. And then, okay, so I found the right moves so far, and he found the right moves. And now he takes, and I back up, and I take, and he takes, and I take the queen, and he takes, and I take. And I'm slightly up now, but we're both finding good moves. Yeah, I like playing the knight there. And pushing the pawn was a mistake. Back to level. But then I get to take and I get to push the pawn again. I would have been better attacking first. Okay, fair enough. But then I get to attack the queen. A great move. And I messed it up. What was best? Just pushing the pawn, of course. Yeah, what's he going to do? Of course. Duh. Yeah. But it worked out nicely, and that was a great move. Yeah, and that's a big mistake. Walks into a fork. I get the queen, and he's got 11 seconds again. It's only going one way. Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, share. Yep, thanks. Bye.